Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and thanks for watching my new video. I have this look going on for you because you guys kind of like requested it. I was wearing this look on IG stories and my DM overloaded with questions like, how is your base looking so flawless? What are you wearing on your lips? What is that eyeshadow over there? Actually, this look is so easy to achieve, so I was like, why not do a tutorial on the tube for you? I've also added some tips and tricks in this video from which I feel like they really make my base look so much more flawless than how I used to do my makeup. So if you are curious on how I created this look, then keep on watching. Before I'm going to start with my makeup, I do have to say that I'm super tired. I don't know if you guys have it too, but every year on January and February, I just feel so... I take extra vitamin D. I do have to admit I don't drink enough water. I think it's like the weather, it's so gray, so depressing. And I thought, you know, I need some sparkle, some glow, some sunlight in my life and on my face. So that's why I'm just going to do my makeup and show you guys some new tips, tricks and techniques that I've learned the past week or two. Going in with my Too Faced Hangover Primer as usual because my face is super dry. And then for foundation, I'm going to try this new, well, it's not new. I think it's a few months old, but new for me. This foundation from Natasha Denona Transform Matte Pore Vanishing Matte Foundation. And this is in the shade 42 NY Medium in Neutral Yellow. I'm not sure if this is my shade. I just swatched it real quick on my hand and it did look good. I think that's a pretty good shade. I'm going to use one pump. So what I do is I use like less foundation than what I usually use. Like normally I would just go in with 2 pumps or maybe even 3, depends on the foundation. But now I'm just going in with max 1 pump and I'm just going to blend this all over my face. Really get it in there. Me and my husband, we want to go on holiday like real bad because last year I know it sounds super spoiled because we went to so many great places, but it was 90% of the time it was for work. And although you get to do like a lot of great things and you get to explore LA or London or we went to Turkey for work and it was all great, but I really want to have that relaxed time where you don't have to do anything at all. Like I don't even want to think. I want to do nothing and I want to just eat and have a good time and relax and just, you know, I just want to turn everything off and just enjoy the sun. So we're like, should we go to Bali? Should we go to Mexico? I have no idea. So if you guys have any good recommendations, please let us know. We want sun, sea, privacy, like I don't know, like a good chilled out vacation. Now I'm going in with my Fenty Beauty Concealer in 190. Last time I tried 230. I didn't really think it was a very good match. This looks a little better. Oh my god, I need concealer right now. I have no idea why I feel so tired. So I'm not sure if it's me, but I can still kind of like see my dark circles underneath the foundation. So I'm going in with a little bit of Jouer High Covering Foundation in Macadamia. I've been eating so many macadamia nuts lately. It's like insane. I actually should have used a corrector first to kind of like get rid of my dark circles. But this will do the job. I'm going in with my BH Cosmetics brush in number 3. This is kind of like a fluffy brush. And I'm going in with my contour palette. It doesn't look really nice anymore, but it does the job. It's from Laura Mercier, and I always go in with number 1 and 2. And I kind of like roughly contour with this. I do think my under eyes look quite bright, but I'm going in with a darker powder in a second. I am going to bake with Huda Beauty Easy Bake and banana bread. And don't worry, I'm not going to bake again underneath my eyes because I do think that looked a little creasy and very dry. But because we're not wearing that much foundation, the baking is going to look natural and kind of like flawless and airbrushed. I'm also going to highlight right here, down the nose, right there and here. Now I'm going to take Huda Beauty in Pound Cake, which is a lighter baking shade. And I am going to bake this part, like the parts where we've kind of like highlighted with the concealer. I'm also going to set my concealer, but I'm not baking it. So I'm just pressing the powder into the concealer. See, that made it a little darker, which is great because it was a little too light. Now I'm taking a big fluffy brush. This is BH Cosmetics a number 1, and this is MAC Give Me Sun. And I'm just going to kind of like set the places where we've contoured, but I'm also adding a little bit more warmth because the contour shade is quite like ashy. And at the same time, I'm going to get rid of the baking powder. Actually, this looks quite natural and kind of like airbrushed. I was always so afraid to use powder, and still I'm really into dewy looks. But every time I use a little bit more powder, people always say like, what did you do differently? Your makeup looks really good. Oh my God, you look airbrushed. You look so good. And every time I'm like, maybe that is the powder, you know? I'm going to do my brows real quick off camera, and then I'll be right back because we are going to do maybe something simple, maybe something glam. We'll see. The brows are done, and for some reason they kind of look a little harsh today, don't you think? Like, anyways, I'm going to use a MAC Dainty blush. Since I used this in my previous tutorial, I kind of like use it almost like every day now. For highlighter, I'm going to use ColourPop Boy Next Door with my Morphe M501 brush. I love this highlighter. So I decided to go with the look that I had on while I was doing kind of like a, not really a Q&A on stories, but it was more like a assume something about me and I'll tell you if it's true video, like stories. And people were like, oh my God, your makeup looks so good. What is your lip color? What is your eyeshadow? I was actually like surprised because it was such an easy look that I did. And but I got so many DMs and people were telling me like, oh my God, it looks so good. So I thought, let me kind of like show you what I did. Obviously I wore another foundation, but it kind of like looked the same as what I have on right now. And for the eyes, it was so simple. You guys are going to be shooky. And for the lips, I have to remember, I do remember. So I'm going to zoom you in. So the palette that I used was a Spice of Life from Zoeva, and it's actually a really nice palette for everyday use. I think I used it in my previous tutorial, you know, where I tried to do an eyeliner for an hour, but it didn't work. And last couple of days, it was kind of like in front of me, and I was like, let me do a real quick makeup look. But every time I do, and I think you guys can relate, if you do a really quick makeup look, everyone loves it. And if you really take your time and you're like, oh, my face is so beat, everyone's like, meh, you know? I was like, I don't know. Okay, so I'm going in with Off the Favor, which is a very light, nice transition shade. And I'm going in with my Sigma taper blending brush. So make sure there are no creases. And what I actually did is I kind of like did a blown out eyeshadow look. Maybe that's why everyone really liked it. So that is pretty much the first color. It's kind of like a really nice transition shade. Nothing too crazy. And with the same brush, I'm going in with the Shared Joy, which is slightly darker. And I'm going to put this into the crease so we get a little bit more definition. But as you can see, I'm just working really quick. No detailing. I'm also applying the shade on my lower lid. So now I'm taking a smaller blending brush, and this is from BH Cosmetics in number 5, and going in with Surprises of Life, this beautiful color right here. Usually I would just go in with my crease, but this is what I did the other day. Actually super simple, but I kind of like started right here. Kind of like did a outer V with this shade. Then I remember taking Baked Browns from Dose of Colors. Is one of my favorite brown palettes, and I'm going to take a little bit of the darkest color and do kind of like the same. And I'm just going to put a little bit of baking powder right here, so that will look nice and clean, kind of like the Ariel technique. I'm going in with flat shader brush from crayon case, and I'm going in with Balance the Contrast, which is such a beautiful kind of like a holographic color. You don't really know what color this is. Like, it really depends on how the light hits your eyeshadow. It looks really good. So it's this color right here, and I'm just going to put this on my lid. And then with my finger, I'm going to use a little bit Unlike Any Other, which is a beautiful shade right there. And I'm going to go over this eyeshadow to get a little bit more sparkle shimmer effect. You see that? So I'm going to get rid of the powder. I'm using a little bit of the highlighter from ColourPop in my inner corners. I'm going to use Morphe Trendsetter pencil in my waterline. It's kind of like a really nice brown shade. So the eyes are done, and that's actually how simple I did my eye look, but everyone seemed to really love it. I think because of the eyeshadow, because it's quite a unique color. And I've put on some mascara. It's a Catrice Rock Couture mascara, and I have no idea from who these lashes are. I think House of Lashes, but I'm not sure. If I'm sure, or maybe like Tati Lashes. Once I'm sure, I'm going to mention it in the description box below. And now the lips. Everyone was saying, like, asking me the same questions. What are you wearing on your lip piece? And it's nude. I was wearing MAC Cork lip liner actually, but for some reason I can't find it. That's why I'm going in with MAC Strip Down lip liner. My lips look awful and super dry, by the way. Now I'm going to use Natasha Denona in number 7. And I'm not going to use a lot because this liquid lipstick is quite drying when you put a lot. And at first I didn't know, so I was just going in with it. But actually you just need a few dots and that's it. So this is what really confused me, and in a good way, because this is called the, oh my god, buffing technique. And it's officially, I think Sonia and Faiza introduced it, and I will link them. They are amazing makeup artists from Dubai, or one is the artist, other one is the model, something like that. And I think I'm going to attend their master class in February, so I'm very excited for that. But apparently, and I know this has been around for so long, but I'm just, you know, I just kind of like live under a rock sometimes. I'm not kidding. Basically, this is a very simple technique. Once you're finished with your whole face, you just kind of like do your makeup as you normally would. And then you just go in with powder again with a very big fluffy brush, and you just kind of like go over everything you did, and that is going to make your makeup look really blended into each other. You can't really see where you've contoured. It's just going to give you that airbrushed effect. And I was like, you know, powder again, a lot more powder, but it really looked amazing. And maybe I can do like half of my face and you can really see the difference. I actually did use quite a lot of powder, but if you are not a powder person and you have a dewy finish, then you're just going to love this effect. So I'm going in with Banana Bread from Huda Beauty. I'm just going to dip my brush into this. By the way, this is the BH Cosmetics brush in number 2. It's like a big fluffy brush. And then you just go over everything you did. So you just brush this. So you're kind of like buffing it in. So I tried the buffing technique on this side and I can really see difference, even though I've used quite a lot of powder. So I can see that this is so much more airbrushed and you can't really see where the blush starts. And on this side you can. This looks so much more blended. Like everything looks so much more like a whole. And then this is the other side. You know what I mean? So kind of like gets rid of all the harsh lines, and I don't know, since I tried it, I'm kind of like in love with this technique. For some reason, you don't look powdery at all once you do this, because that was what I was really afraid of. Then I like to go in with my Dewy Skin Mist one more time. So that is pretty much it for this simple look, but these are kind of like some new tips and tricks, small details, but I do feel like they really work. Every time I do these things, people always ask like, oh my god, your makeup looks so flawless, what have you done? So I'm assuming that it is a good thing. And I'm sorry my energy mood is not like there, but I'm not sure if I really told or share this. I don't think it's really important for you guys to know, but I don't want to like not upload a video just because I'm tired. I do have a slow thyroid, I do have medications, but that can make me like so tired sometimes. Sometimes I have like really good days. I can go to the gym. I can do 40 things at the same time. I can film 3 videos in a day. Not a problem at all. And sometimes I just feel like I don't want to go out of bed because I'm so tired. And today it's kind of like, meh, meh. Anyways, I still hope you guys liked this look. Please leave a comment if you have any recommendations for another video. And I am going to film with my sister. I have collected my nude lipstick, so that video is going to come. You just need a little bit more patience. I'm going to do like how I did my makeup in high school, like when I was 16, 17, and it's horrible. It's so horrible. I'm not sure if you guys are ready for that. I'm not sure if I'm ready for that. Don't forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!